Hello and welcome to our channel, Amazing Things. My name is Stacy, and this week we have amazing things in our kitchen, and we have a what's for dinner this week, during the week. On the weekends we usually do leftovers or find it yourself or quick and easy things, or my husband grills or we smoke things in the smoker. But during the week with activities after school, we look for easier, quicker things that we can do. Sometimes I have a little more time, sometimes I don't have enough time. So this week what we made was chicken pot pie. So come along with us and get your shopping list ready so you can follow along. Okay, so we're going to start making the crust. You're going to need 2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2/3 cup plus 2 tablespoons of shortening, and I use butter flavored Crisco. Then you're going to take your pastry cutter or 2 knives and you're going to mix everything together until the shortening is about pea size. Once you're done with this, you're going to take cold water, and this is ice with water, and a spoon, and I use the big one, and you're going to start spooning the water in a little bit at a time. Then you're going to take your fork and you're just going to start kind of moving it around so that the batter or the dough clumps together. You're going to keep doing this until all of the dough has big clumps and you don't see too much of the loose flour. This will give you a nice flaky crust. And this recipe is the Betty Crocker recipe for 9-inch pie for a 2-crust 9-inch pie. So that means a bottom crust and a top crust. Once you're done with this, you're going to divide the batter into 2 and wrap it in wax paper and leave it in the fridge for at least 20 minutes. Once you have left it in for about 20 minutes, you're going to pull it out. So you have your 2 packages. Take the first package, and what I do is I use the wax paper that I rolled it up in, and I get another piece of wax paper to put on top, and this just makes rolling it out easier. So you roll the dough in between the 2 pieces of wax paper using a rolling pin, and you want to just keep rolling it in a circle different ways until it will fit into your 9-inch round pan. That's just me measuring to make sure that it's going to fit okay. Take the top layer off, and then you can use the bottom layer to put it into your pan. And it might stick a little bit as you go, but that's okay. Work slowly and just keep working. And as soon as you get it started, it'll be much easier to take the rest of it off. But for me, this is easier than having it stick to my counter or to stick anywhere else. And with it being sticky and a little bit more where it falls apart, you know you're going to get a great crust because it's going to be super flaky. So now I'm just making sure that it fits the pan. If there's any little rips or tears, I put them together. If one side doesn't have enough, I remove extra from another side and just kind of piece it together. So once you have the bottom, you can roll out the top if you want. And now we're going to get started on the inside filling. So we're going to get a saucepan and we're going to turn it to medium heat. We're going to use 1/3 cup of butter and get that melted. Once that's all melted, then you're going to add in the onion. So there's 1/3 cup onion. We like extra onion, so mine was a bit overflowing. If you don't like as much onion, you can put in less. So you're going to cook the onion for about 2 minutes until it gets to be about translucent in the butter. And from there, you're going to add your flour, salt, pepper into the mixture, and this is what's going to thicken it up. Once that's all incorporated, you're going to add in the milk, and you're going to add it in slowly, so I just kind of drizzle as I stir. That way it has a chance to all get incorporated as you're stirring. Then you're going to add in your water with some bouillon. Or if you have chicken stock, you can just do all chicken stock. But I did not have any today, so I used the bouillon and water mixture. And you're just going to keep stirring that until it starts to bubble. You're not going to have it as an angry boil. It's more just the sides are going to start to bubble, and that's basically you're scalding the mixture. And it will thicken up. You'll notice that it'll be extra thick. Once you have it to the thickness, and this took about 5 minutes, you're going to add in your mixed veggies. And again, I just used a can of mixed veggies from the store. If you have frozen veggies, that works as well. Or you can do fresh. Mix that in, and then you're going to add in your chicken, about 2.5 cups. So if you have leftover chicken, perfect recipe for this, or if you have leftover rotisserie chicken. We're going to stir that all together and get it mixed in. Once it's all mixed, we're now going to put it into our pie plate. You might have a little bit left over, but you want to get it all the way full, but not so it's overflowing. So now what we're going to do is you're going to put the top on, and same way with the wax paper, and just peel it off slowly. Once you have it ready, you're going to fold the edges under, and you're going to crimp the edges so that it doesn't leak out, and so that it doesn't, or so it looks pretty. Once you have it done, you're going to cook it for about 40 to 50 minutes at 425. And when you bring it out, you're going to let it sit and rest for about 10 minutes. You can see in mine, I didn't let it sit long enough, and it comes out a little bit runny as we cut it here. But this is delicious, and it is wonderful for leftovers too. You can see that there's little people waiting. They can't wait to have this. So another reason we didn't leave it sitting for very long, everyone was starving. But this is what's for dinner on Monday: chicken pot pie, homemade, with leftover stuff and things we have in the pantry. So try this, and if you do, let me know in the comments below. And if you like these kinds of recipes, please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for joining us.